Good evening, everyone, and welcome in to Losers Round 2 of DMV Rival Summer 2024. We are down to 4 teams, and the 2 teams we got here for today, hoping today will not be their last match. I am joined by Derive. How are you doing, my good friend?
I'm doing quite well. I'm excited for this matchup right here. I mean, as you mentioned, 4 teams left. It's a do or die. The team that does advance, however, gets the pleasure to knock out my pal Hoptech, the big rat right there. And, I'm excited for that one too.
Yeah, we should be getting into draft soon. Here between Meow, 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 Meow. I think that's enough. And Crowdfund Control. Both of these teams, as you said, fighting for the chance to move on to top 3, move on to losers, finals, and contend with Big Rat. We are going to get underway with the draft here for game 1. Meow, meow, meow on the blue side, Crowdfund Control on the red.
Yeah, and some history between these teams. Obviously, they were within the same group under Group B. Obviously, Crowdfund Control was the first seed in the group, and the other Meow 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 was seed number 2. So once again, their head-to-head was 1-1. All right, now I'm interested to see how that turns out here as they face off each other again. We already see some mid lane bans coming in through, as Crowdfund Control is targeting Allure with the LeBlanc ban, but on the other side, it looks like um, Meow 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 will be targeting the Hui and the Talia.
Yeah, just all the mages here coming off the board. Talia and Karthus very strong in the jungle as well. And the Akali ban coming through as well. So we are making sure that those mid laners are as uncomfortable as possible. We'll see what else they still have. Allura, big fan of the Syndra that is still up. But then for other power picks, there's still stuff like the Ashe, like the Jinx available.
Yeah, I'm curious what they pick here. I think they're really targeting Lou Killers as well. I think they're pitching both the pools, and maybe we might see a Syndra first pick here. They did lock in Syndra first pick the previous round, but that might have also been because Kyrian was quite a Syndra player himself. But nope, we get the Scorpion, pretty broken himself.
Yeah, does have the flexibility between top, jungle. Maybe not as much support now, but still a very strong champion all the same. We'll see if Crowdfund Controls puts that same priority on the Syndra, or do they want to empower the jungle to start off? And it will be the Freljordian duo, Sejuani and Ashe, for Crowdfund Control.
Yeah, nowadays in competitive play, it's not too uncommon to see some of these picks. There's oftentimes like a pretty large CC chain between some of the champions. If you have Ashe and Sejuani paired together, oftentimes you might see something like a Camille lock in pretty early on. Maybe they're prepping that into the Skarner for number 3. But at the same time, we do see a lot of versatility on the side of Meow 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 Meow. Skarner can lock into
Oh,
either the jungle or the
we
top lane,
got
but actually,
Yeah, we got some interesting void
oh,
creatures making their way to Meow Meow. Kog'Maw in the bottom lane. He does not have an enchanter buddy quite yet. Instead, they prioritize getting the Kha'Zix into Sejuani. And now we may see the Syndra priority come to pass, but Kog'Maw is the one that's catching my eye.
yeah, I'm kind of surprised we're seeing it locked in right there. I think it's sort of like throwing down the gauntlet over to Crowdfund Control, saying that if you can't beat our Kog'Maw in the first game, then you might have to ban it in the future games. But bit questionable that they're not locking in the support quite yet. I think they might be using Destiny Seal with a bit more options to see what he can match with the Kog'Maw. Obviously, we see the Kog'Maw Milio or Kog'Maw Lulu, pretty common duo.
Yeah,
But the Lulu being hovered right now, probably going to be banned.
Yeah, that does mean that with all the ban attention from Crowdfund Control going to probably those enchanters, Lulu already being banned away, I expect maybe something like Milio or something to follow. That means the Syndra may have to deal with an actual counter pick if Meow Meow are willing to pull those out. It does maybe open up some. Oh no, we're gonna see the Milio banned by Meow Meow. They know that Milio very strong with Ashe as well. Don't want to let that go over to R4.
So the next pick I'm worried about maybe would be a Braum. Cogmog Braum is also pretty popular, especially by teams like G2. We would see them even pick it at MSI. And that one, if Braum is able to land his Q, then you can easily just Kog'Maw chain into that with the extra range and easily proc the passive. But in this case, with the MEOW being banned out, looks like they end up banning the Seraphine. Quite interesting. I think that's targeted towards Allura. Allura actually had a very fantastic game in game 3 of their previous series. He ended up actually getting a solo kill, level 2.
Definitely not how I feel like the Seraphine lanes are supposed to go. But yeah, still draws a ban all the same. And yep, that Braum going to be the last one taken away. So no triple Freljord for Crowdfund Control as they now search for a support or a top lane counter pick here.
Yeah.
Samanusuke has been a fan of Renekton throughout this tournament. I can't imagine that's too great into Skarner, and perhaps doesn't want to pick it this early either, as we're going to see Interpede be on the Nautilus duty in bot lane.
Yeah, I really like that. It tags along with Sejuani as well. With Sejuani, obviously prefers some melee supports, so you can chain CC with her E. In this case, Nautilus has the auto attack reset with his W, and so easily able to land that CC chain right there. And right now, if I'm on the side of MEOW, I'm worried about this all-in engage with the Sejuani ult or the Nautilus Q into ult, and seeing what we can do to sort of play around their 5v5.
Yeah, so with the mid lane pinches of that first ban phase, it is going to be Ahri here for MEOW. Hopefully not with any sort of $500 skin to his name. Otherwise, I will bully him for the entire cast. So now they're just going to have to figure out what they want to pair with this Kog'Maw, because right now you're playing this mid-jungle duo with Kha'Zix and Ahri that wants to be very aggressive, wants to be finding picks. Not really a combo that makes too much space for Kog'Maw, and it feels like they're just going to tilt all the way into engage. Forget the peel, forget the enchanters. We're sticking with Rel.
Yeah, the issue here is the blue side wants to go for the scrappy numbers plays, but the thing is, Crowdfund Control has their last pick for the top laner, and so if he's able to find a good matchup into the Skarner, then I think playing towards those side lanes might be a bit difficult. Looks like Samanusuke will be hovering the Yone.
Yeah, we talk with Sejuani synergizing so well with those melee champions, and when you don't have one in mid, you definitely want to make sure you got one in one of those solo lanes. So Yone throwing down the gauntlet in the top lane. He's got so much CC from the rest of his team that can set him up. Hopefully he's able to dive in and take down the Void Puppy.
Yeah, interesting job from both teams. I'm really excited to see how this pans out, especially with some of these unique picks like the Kog'Maw I was not expecting at all, and Samanusuke on the Yone. Also pretty confident in himself, has Sejuani by his side, matching up into Skarner, and Presvelk has had or Schwoogs actually, has had a fantastic performance last series in the top lane, so I have to see if he keeps it up.
Yeah, I will say that just looking at MEOW's comp, it started off with the kind of broken Skarner pick, and from there it's kind of devolved into a lot of champions that may be more difficult to pilot. Like Kha'Zix Ahri feels like one of those duos where if you can't really find leads, get these guys ahead, they're not going to be assassinating their targets. Don't provide too much utility in the later stages of the game, especially compared to the Sejuani, to the Syndra scatters. So I'm a bit concerned about how that mid-jungle duo is going to go for MEOW. It's a lot of playmaking, but not a lot to fall back on.
Yeah, I'm especially looking at them towards the mid game. I think early game they should be okay, just because the power of the solo laners is pretty decent. Ahri should be decently favored into the Syndra, and Skarner will have a pretty decent laning phase. That champion is still pretty strong no matter what rune you go. You can go the Comet Skarner, you can also go Grasp. But on the other side, I think Crowdfund Control has a pretty easy win condition. Obviously, you see one target, they're basically gonna die. I mean, they just go boom. You just CC chain them to death. I would not be surprised on the side of MEOW if they go some merc shreds to sort of get past some of that CC, but even then, that might, I don't know. You have the Syndra stun, the Ash Arrow, the Nautilus chain CC. It's rough out there.
Yeah, lots of CC. A lot of crowd control from Crowdfund Control here. As, I mean, all of this is going to hopefully enable Samanusuke on this Yone, a pick that can kind of be feast or famine. He maybe dives in and just gets one shot, or he's able to slice, dice, lifesteal his way up through the fight. We are almost through draft on the client side, but yeah, the main thing I think I want to look at here is the bot lane, though, because Kog'Maw Rel, it's going to play a... It feels like it should be a farm lane. I don't know if Ashe and Nautilus are really going to let it be that way, however.
Yeah, I think it's a lot on Prone to sort of get those engage hooks onto either of the bot laners. Kog'Maw, little well-known fact, he's actually not that bad of a laner.
Okay.
Like with the W enhanced auto attack, he actually has some pretty decent chance at fighting back. But obviously, if the other opponent is able to flash on you and get that early flash down onto the Kog'Maw, then you can get threatened easily with either a jungle gank or just a repeat Hex Flash by the Nautilus.
Yeah, we'll see if Prone is able to make those plays here on the Nautilus, because both supports being enabled with those big engage tools here for their compositions. All right, we are going to go ahead.
One thing I'm a bit curious about is... Oh, sorry about that. It's really quick. I'm curious who is playing which bot laner. We saw Prone and Dragov actually switch between themselves in their last game. So we'll have to see how that goes.
Yeah, we will have to go ahead and see. Right now we are in spectator delay, so we are going to go ahead and take a short break and join you guys back for the live game if the timer works, which it is. Wow, look at that technology. So we'll see you guys back for the live game in about 3 minutes. All right, and we are on to the Rift for Game 1 between MEOW and Crowd Funk Control, who is going to punch their ticket to top 3 with a matchup with Big Rat. Already, side of Crowd Funk Control rolling out as 5 with the Nautilus, looking for any unsuspecting blue team members, but they will not find any flashes.
Yeah, and some good response by the side of MEOW. We already see them handing in both, getting a Raptor's ward down, as well as getting control of the blue side of the jungle. And actually, they're camping there for a tiny bit, seeing if they can get a pick, but it looks like they will start backing off now. But meanwhile, while we have some time, just a bit of history between both of these teams and their playoffs bracket. So both of them started out in the upper bracket, but ended up losing to two respective teams. MEOW ended up facing up against Big Rat, ended up losing 0-2. In that game, they had some struggles during the early game where Big Rat was able to blow them apart in these early game team fights. And I was looking to see if they could improve going into their next match, and they did end up winning against DRK. And that matchup, I think they shored up some of their early game difficulties.
I'm gonna have to cut you off as there's a bit of scrapping in the bot lane. Aftershock already there for Prone and flash out from Lyrax. 3 sums for 1, favoring the side of Crowd Fund Control.
Yeah, well played right there.
And now, Prone has flash on this Nautilus. We'll see if he gets very aggressive now with Kog'Maw having no sums.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I think he does have that flash hook. He could go for it onto Lyrax. No Ghost or Flash available. Dragov 1 also can flash forward, so maybe when they hit level 2 right here.
Yeah, that melee minion's going to go down. Nautilus finding Rel on the hook. Dragov 1 going to move up. Just chunk Destiny Seal out below half HP.
Yeah, well played right there. I think as they keep on going forward, as long as the wave stays away from the turret, maybe they can bounce it back and sort of go for another hook and maybe pull out a kill. Top lane in the meanwhile, going pretty evenly. Seminusuke actually going forward.
Oh, that's a interesting soul unbound position. See me drag back. No E on Schwoogs though, so he's not going to be able to drag Seminusuke back in tower. Still a lot of tower shots. Seminusuke gets the wave in. Probably will take a bit of an early recall.
Yeah, that's a bit rough. If he didn't take those 2 turret shots, then it would have been a bit better. But either way, he'll be happily resetting with that wave shoved in. Meanwhile, Schwoogs happily will be farming near his turret. We'll probably actually deny a few CS off that E into turret right there.
Yeah, we do have both junglers
also
pathing towards the bot side, but Sejuani finishing on Wolves kind of tells me that Dota 2 is better. He's just going to path up to the top. Crab, probably? He's sticking around on the bot side.
Looks like
we'll see if there's a scrap.
Looks like Nightstone will be looping around for the edge, but it looks like Allura will be looking around trying to help him out. Falling in a bit of a precarious spot.
Yeah, for now it is bot crab to Nightstone. Top crab will go over to Dota 2's beater. Just simple full clears for both Sejuani and the Kazakhs.
Yeah, it looks like Dota 2's beater will end up getting the top as a mid-lane trade going pretty well for Lu Killers. Also, quite sizable CS lead, already up 10 CS is quite nice.
Yeah, really good stuff for Luke Killers here in the lane thus far. Sejuani, though, making her entrance. Flash scatter. The camera hates us, but it looks like Allura stays alive, and Prone will not. First blood over to the side of MEOW.
Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate. Hooks the minion. There's no really escape there outside flashing out, but Destiny Seal was ready with the engage. Pretty simple stuff right there. So
Oh, but now Luke Killers, he's got
know.
no flash. Is Nightstone going to make his entrance? Make it an easy kill.
Yeah, all unfortunate there, but despite that, I mean, even with the CS lead, he's still up 20 CS, so we'll be happy there.
Yeah, get a bit of training in top lane, but
Usually,
so far,
like
action
15
does.
CS is around 1 kill.
Yeah, good bit of action around the map thus far for the side of MEOW. We'll see if they come back to punish Luke Killer's missing flash, or if Allura will be in any danger. He'll have that Spirit Rush, though, eventually, so won't be in as much danger as these flashes stay down, as another top lane wave getting pushed in by Samanusuke.
Yeah, he will just be taking another reset right here. Actually, opting to stay.
Oh, gets a
might be looking to
good
get that level 6,
chunk,
but
just barely not enough. Now both supports hovering around mid. Sejuani and Kazakhs making their way over. See if they get any sort of...
yeah, no flash on Allura. It doesn't have extra 6.
Yeah, he does ding over for that Spirit Dash, so Sejuani just going to take a base. Charm going to go wide. Luke Killers able to stand his ground for the most part in these trades. Destiny Seal, though, has found Prone in the enemy jungle, and Nightstone is going to hop on in. Flash Dredge line out to safety. Can Prone escape? Yes, he will. Allura burned the Spirit Rush for something or other, but it will not get a kill onto Nautilus.
Yeah, but look at the bot wave, though. It's stacking up in the favor of MEOW. They could try to dive here onto Dragov.
Yeah, Destiny Seal already in position
Looks
for
like
it.
Nightstone's taking the dragon.
Yeah, now Drag of 1, though, in trouble. He needs the teleport assistance, and now there's just not enough damage in the initial dive. Samanusuke is going to arrive. Lyrax does find the kill eventually, but he will drop still a ton of CS denied to the Ashe that Samanusuke will have to pick up.
Yeah, I would have thought that Nightstone would go for the dive to secure it, but fortunately they do end up getting Samanusuke's TP. I would be expecting Dragov to maybe just go towards top lane and match the Skarner here, but they will be going back towards bot lane. Maybe Samanusuke will go for the reset, but Dota 2 is beater, looking to collect the wave.
Yeah, he'll just cut the wave. Does ding 6 for the Glacial Prison, but with all the minions there, Schwoog's not really in any danger. Sejuani not gonna 100-0 that guy anytime soon. Dive, yeah, like you said, I expected Nightstone to be all in on it. Not sure if it was Destiny Seal calling like, hey, we got this by ourselves. We're just gonna trade 1-for-1, deny the wave. Or if Nightstone wanted to have his cake and eat it too on that one.
Yeah, either way it works out. Kog'Maw does get that kill, and they do get the dragon, so I would say pretty worth in my end.
Yeah, relatively worth. Schwoog's even got some alone time in topside, but despite that, still fighting against a 20 CS deficit. Yeah, these E-backs are nice and everything, but with Soul Unbound, there's never really any risk for Samanusuke, but there's a risk for Allura. Doesn't get tagged by Glacial Prison, but still getting chased down. One more auto for the Permafrost, and the Unleashed Power brings home a kill.
Oh, that was a good try. Allura with that nice sidestep actually dodges out on Sejuani, but I think off screen, maybe he ended up using the ultimate, and so now only getting it back. Good timing right there. Both Luke Killers and Dota 2's beater were able to get that kill.
Yeah, really good work there by the mid-jungle duo. Meanwhile, gonna just still have top lane going as usual, but yeah. I think one of the things we were looking for was this mid-jungle duo. You expect Ahri and Kazakhs to kind of stay in it early, unlock some playmaking power early. Right now, we'll see if Ahri gets into a bigger hole you know, already down 21 CS as you've alluded to, and the Dark Seal already purchased up by Loot Killers.
Yeah, I think the CS numbers are starting to be a bit worrisome. We'll have to see if they can sort of slow down the bleeding, but that being said, they are still even in gold, actually up in gold. And as we see, Nice Stun and Allura will be walking towards bot lane. Allura with the ult available, they could go for possibly another dive here.
It looks like it's just gonna be jungle camps. That wave not looking big enough to go for anything too aggressive, so Kha'Zix's gonna be able to probably grab away all 3 camps here on bot side. Sejuani gonna have to make a dive work for the cross counter, for the cross play. Schmoog's gonna be knocked up. Nicely comboed in by Samanusuke. Easy flick of the wrist, and an easy kill in top side.
Yeah, good try right there, and well played by Samanusuke. Gets that CC chain down. The only counterplay there is if maybe Schwoogs just predicts it with the ult and locks up Samanusuke, but even then, I'm not quite sure about the interaction. Maybe Yone just, with the ult, goes behind him.
Yeah, maybe Yone just wins every interaction. I don't know. I feel like Gragas used to win every interaction, then Yone wins every interaction. I feel like Skarner is in a spot where he wins every interaction with his E and his Rs and everything, so a lot of weird displacements across League of Legends.
Unstoppable force meets immovable object with like the Gragas E.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, Samanusuke, he's a player who came into DMV Rivals. He's making his debut, but he is absolutely no slouch. One of the higher rated players, as we consistently talk about. Loot Killers, though, almost has Allura in lethal range, not quite. But yeah, now we have Samanusuke playing carry versus tank, and he is definitely making it work out here in top side, up 20 CS, working his way towards hopefully that 2-item spike on the Yone faster than MEOW would like him to be.
Yeah, the camera panned away, but Loot Killers actually brought Allura down to, I would say, be like 50 HP with that ultimate right there. And so really close to a soul kill right there, actually completes his Ludens as well. Pretty happy for himself, and I think with the upcoming Krugs right here, or Grubs, I want to see both teams sort of play around this. We see Prone actually walking up ahead of time. Destiny Seal is still on the bot side. And so with a Dragon spawning in just a minute as well, they might be able to get a chance to get both of these.
Yeah, I think like you said, with the Syndra having that completed item, first one in the game, it may be an ill-advised fight for MEOW to really go for these neutral objectives, but a nice charm by Allura, an immediate follow-through from Destiny Seal, 2-man lockdown, Prone trying to just peel them away, Flash in with the Orb of Deception, and Allura strikes back in the mid lane. Now back to Grubs.
Yeah, I'll start with the charm here, but a jungle fight.
Yeah, back to Grubs, that's allowing MEOW to move in, steal away one, make it at least so they aren't 3-0'd in the first round. Now Schwoogs taking a good chunk of damage.
I think that will be Dragon going over to MEOW.
Yeah, we now have,
with the setup they have right here.
Oh,
the fact that Destiny Seal is able to stay there, but
a good flash forced out by Nightstone, and now teleport back from Loot Killers. You talked about him getting Allura down to 50 HP earlier. That did cost him his flash, and a good punish there by Allura, just barely working the charm around the minions to be able to find that kill in mid. And now Schwoogs dodging away from the Fate Sealed, not going to fall dust yet. Allura now pushing forward with the Spirit Dash, is trying to set up Nightstone, sinks his claws into Prone. It's 2 quick ones for the Kha'Zix, and the playmaking of this mid-jungle duo is coming alive.
Yeah, I think this all started out with Destiny Seal. The fact that he stayed towards the bot side, got a bunch of vision into the blue side quadrant, other side of crowdfund control. Those wards are still there, so everywhere that you move, you can easily get easy pickings, and we saw that with Allura jumping in, with Nisan jumping in. And, I mean, it's just planned ahead.
Yeah, really good stuff from Destiny Seal, allowing these plays to go their way. And Allura, despite the fact that in the individual 1v1, he was looking very good. He was building CS leads. He was forcing Allura out of lane. He's getting visited by supports. He's getting caught out by the Kha'Zix. Now facing himself a 1-3 scoreline. Probably not what you hope when you start to dominate the lane, as Samanusuke still continuing his lane domination up here.
Yeah, that is the one saving grace right now on the side of crowdfund control. Samanusuke is having quite a nice time up here, and when he completes his bork, I imagine it will only get worse. We see both Dotru's beater and Loot Killers actually walking up towards the top side, potentially going for a dive here versus Schwoogs.
Oh, Schwoogs is already so low. Sejuani has queued over the wall, gonna make this one quick, hopefully. But teleport comes in, and now Dota to his beater. Could he get impaled back? Not quite the angle from Schwoogs, but Allura doesn't want to let this one go for free. Doesn't have ult. He's not able to really pursue the play, so just a TP out from the Ahri.
Yeah, I think no ults on both sides stops the play. I think Samnusuke could have maybe go for ult himself, but nice stun just walking up here, making sure that everything's fine.
Yeah, it does
mid lane, however.
Oh, what the? What is
here?
This is why you can't let supports farm ever. It's a disaster. Schwoogs, though, felt a bit confident to go in for the 1v1, but Samnusuke's there to punish, forcing the flash off, but the Skarner stays afloat.
Man, this top lane matchup is looking rough. Every single time we pan up here, Schwoogs is just barely on the verge of dying, but somehow stays alive throughout all of this. Meanwhile, I think one thing that has not gone really unnoticed is Nightstone on this Kha'Zix once again. Big CS lead, has already 117 CS bot lane.
Oh no, and now he's making a visit to bot lane. Ash ult from Drag of One, you can only slow down one, and Nightstone on a killing spree. Dota to his beater shows up too late to the play, and he's gonna offer himself up to the Kha'Zix, you have to feel. Prone is there for a bit of defense though, so it's just the one kill going the way of MEOW. Oh, hooking from Prone, and here comes the Syndra with the scatter. Destiny Seal very low, but not dead. Getting the CC down onto Dota to his beater, and Lyrax trying to just spit down the damage onto Prone. No flash on the Nautilus. Lyrax trying to punish. A nice living artillery finishes him off.
Yeah, we're just starting with a simple blue buff steal. Actually, top lane as well.
Yeah, bit of fighting.
All ends with Skarner eating.
Yeah, that Bork on Samnusuke is finished, so like you said, is only going to get worse, but I don't think MEOW particularly care.
Yeah, they've been doing quite well towards the bot side. It started off with a blue steal, but I think Crowdfund Control just bit off a bit more than they could chew. Ended up opting in for a 34. And unfortunately, we're not able to land the one-shot spells. But meanwhile, Allura
he found the
getting
scatter.
dangerously low.
I don't think he had enough damage. Meanwhile, Lyrax, he's finding enough damage. A strike from the sky. And now this Kog'Maw's off to the races. Prone coming in to help Samnusuke. They find the shutdown onto Nightstone. Now depth charge is dropped onto both. Yone still falls. But now with 3 members of Crowdfund Control up here, they will sweep away. MEOW. That is 3-0 in topside, even with Drag... Or 3-1 in topside, even with Drag of One dead.
Yeah, that is a huge fight, and if the bounty is pretty crazy. Samnusuke actually ends up getting 2 gold bounty off of so already 2 kills in himself, and now with the top lane turret going down, it's even more local gold going over to the side of Crowdfund.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good battle here between the Yone and I guess the Kog'Maw, because he was able to pick up that first tower all by his lonesome, as now he moves over to mid, Bork in tow.
Yeah, and the Herald will a bit more map mobility and opt in and force some maps onto MEOW. I'm actually curious if they're gonna opt into mid or bot lane right before the draft onto it.
Yeah, for now they're gonna find the hook onto Prone. Destiny Seal forced the flash back. Good angle, but Drag of One has taken a lot of damage in response, and Nightstone kills him with the spike rack. Ash dead before Dragon, definitely not what they were envisioning. And actually, Prone wants to go in for more. Destiny Seal there with the follow-through. They are able to find a kill in the rail, but Nightstone almost soloed out Samnusuke, but now he's got to have to answer to Prone. He's got to pay the tides. And it looks like with the spike rack, he is A-okay. Dota to his beater, still has the ult, flings it out. Can't find Nightstone on that one. They do get a scatter, but this chase is not resulting in too much. Oh, actually, they have a hook back onto Schwoogs. Unleash Power is there. Now Dota to his beater just walking up against Nightstone. There is no flash on the Kha'Zix, but he does have the leap. He does have the strength in the legs. So Allura now teleporting on down here, gets a huge chunk onto Loot Killers, but nothing lethal. Nightstone with Youmu's, he's wanting to re-enter, looking for the angle is Allura. Loot Killers is down so low, he's shut down, and the Fox is ready to play. Allura on the scene with a double kill, wants to make it 3, and that is the best mid laner in DMV by some estimations. Pulling it off here in the mid game.
Yeah, he just swept the floor. So the cleanup crew tees behind, goes for the triple ult into 3 members And then with the execute from Nice Stun, that's just another nice cleanup crew. Highly mobile as well. It's well played from both sides.
Yeah, MEOW still working their advantages. They have not given up a Drake this game. They are working their way up to that Ocean Soul. And I mean, I'm humbled, you know. I called out the Kha'Zix Aryan draft. I said I don't like this. You know, it's not enough CC for my liking, not enough stuff to fall back on. They've got 10 kills here at 19 minutes. They are the reason their team is so far ahead. They are making it work here in the mid game. We will see if there's any sort of strike back here from Crowdfund Control, as they are now down about a little over 3k gold. Samanusuke has been their beacon of light in the top side, but Skarner, he's perfectly fine being on that lower economy, perfectly fine just being the front line for his team. We'll see if Prone do it to his beater. Now going to converge onto Destiny Seal. The Rel soaking up a lot. Nice snake eyes from Prone as he wants to turn onto Nightstone, but his team is focusing on Destiny Seal. It's 1-for-1. Dodo to his beater is dead. Samanusuke has to ult defensively, but Nightstone wants to keep going. He's going to get hooked in by Prone. There's not enough damage as Luke Killers was not there. Allura now working his way up. We'll see if there's any more to come of this.
Yeah, that will be a 1-for-1. Unfortunately, they had to Fate Seals away. Another hook potentially landing closer to Lyrax, and the wave will just be blown up by Luke Killers. Meanwhile, Allura is just pushing off towards the bot side. We'll be looking to target that tier 2.
Is he dead?
Scattered Weak on Lyrax.
Oh, the orbs just weren't enough! Luke has to flash back, and Shwoog smashes him with the boulder. Now Nightstone forced to flash away as he can't finish off the kill. Almost wrecked by the tower. Allura now hooked in by Prone. Samanusuke coming over the side. Doesn't have the ability to gap close through the Spirit Rush. And now Allura wants to turn it around. He's got a Scorpion with him. And Prone is in a bit of a rough spot. Good avoidance of the charm, but you can't stay afloat for long.
Yeah. Lyrax just stands his ground despite getting hit by the orbs from Blue Killers. We'll just turn around and auto-attack him down. Nightstone as well, just jumping under turret, was able to clean up that kill as well. Actually, almost got taken down by the wolf cap. Just came in, give him a friendly hello, but he also takes that one down right before the wolf ends up biting him.
Yeah, still continues to see good stuff.
And at this point in the game, I think we'll have to see how Crowdfund Control, if they can retain some of the vision towards the top side quadrant. I think, once again, the plan is pretty simple. Just see one target, chain CC them down. Unfortunately, all the fights have been really scattered for them, and I think that's due to the fact that MEOW has been able to play these numbers fights very well, play around vision, being able to know when they can fight. For example, whenever Allura jumps in, or Nightstone jumps in, it's always going to be a good fight, just with the setup that Destiny Seal has made for them.
Yeah, they have certainly been putting in good work. And you talk about all those CC tools that Crowdfund Control still have. They need to find picks with them. But Drag of 1 is so far on the back foot at this point in the game. He is 1 items to 2 against this Kog'Maw. He definitely needs more than just himself and Prone if they want to annihilate most targets. As Doto's beater, not willing to tangle with Destiny Seal. It is full Baron control right now for MEOW.
Yeah, they're sort of challenging them right now with the fact that Allura is still pushing in the bot side. They're saying,
oh, they just go for the engage. Nice.
Check it to multiple people.
Yeah, Dodo to his beater, just barely able to get away. Prone surviving with the dredge line as well. Flash off Sejuani, pretty critical. And now Nightstone starting off the Baron. Samanusuke wants to go for something in bot side, but he's charmed. He can't do much. Destiny Seal finds the 3 members he was looking for, but he does find himself in the death chamber as well. Baron still being the focus as Shwoog's hit by the arrow. Is this a turn as Prone is into the pit? They want to take this kill onto Skarner. They're going to get it, and the smite is there for Nightstone. Now the kidnap onto 2. Samanusuke's made his way into the fight. Nightstone trying to stay alive in the pit. Finds his prey in Luke Killers, but the Syndra just annihilates him with the orbs. It is just Lyrax and Allura alive. Ahri has teleported her way in. Does she know where Samanusuke is? Now she does with the sweeper. Doesn't need the angle and the charm. Just needs the damage of Lyrax. It is a messy, messy fight, but still Baron for MEOW.
Yeah, it looks like after Destiny Seal died, they were just calling, alright, we have to burn the Baron, we have to burn the Baron.
Oh!
And they actually weren't able to get him down, and then Allura tries to go for that flash forward, but barely misses out on the Orb of Deception. Dragon will be spawning in 2 seconds though, and that would be the Ocean Soul. And I think with the fact that Lyrax is here, they're going to be able to be happily DPSing down this dragon and securing it for themselves.
Yeah, big advantages for the side of MEOW. Now with that soul in tow, even with Allura, you know, maybe a bit of a flash he'd like to have back, still forcing Drag of 1 away. He'll say it's worth for the soul. And now Destiny Seal was roaming around for some vision. Scatter doesn't find its mark, and he's just able to crash out to safety.
Yeah, once again, we'll have to see with the Baron up here and the Ocean Soul already complete. MEOW was pretty comfortable inside this game. I want to see them basically target one of these quadrants, either the top side or the bot side, and look to take down the tier 2 turrets here. And looks like 7SK might be getting caught out right here. Ever sending a bit towards the top side trying to get this wave.
Yeah, he's going to be in trouble. Schwoog's going to try to set it up with the CC. And they're going to teleport in, try to help the Yone. Arrow goes wide. SamNusuke trying to flash, gets the Fate Seal back through the Skarner. But it's the Kazakhs they got to be careful of. Decent scatter from Luke Killers as now Prone is showing up. It's 4v2 on the top side. They turn it around. They get the bug. And now they're looking to get the second one. But the corpse goes dominating. And here comes Destiny Seal. Just set it up for Lyrax. He knocks them all down. A triple for Cog.
Yeah, well played right. Originally, a turnaround with the TP from Blue Killers ended up being quite a good fight for the side of MEOW as they were able to send more people in. Dragov 1 in a bit of trouble right here, but SamNusuke also looking to exit. Meanwhile, Allura, once again, split pushing it towards the bot side. We'll be looking to take down that tier 3 turret. SamNusuke is just trying to get whatever he can, breaking down the mid-wave right there. Being responded by Schwoogs, actually, making sure that they lose nothing at all.
Yeah,
and this is looking to be quite the stomp.
Yeah, really good thus far. As actually Destiny Seal going to get canceled on his crash out, but it's Lyrax making sure that he's got the damage. But now Dota to his beater, trying to get the CC. Here comes SamNusuke on the flank. They're hunting for Lyrax. Nice Q3. And now Prone looking to lay the hurt alongside Luke Killers. They annihilate the Kog'Maw. They take down the Rel. A bit of hope here, but Allura on the enemy Nexus towers, forcing Drag of 1 to burn the flash.
Yeah, more gold actually being funneled over to crowdfund control solo laners. Another 1k shutdown going over to SamNusuke. And again, at this point, 12,000 gold to himself actually. One of the richest people inside the game after Lyrax. It's got to be on his shoulders to somehow make this comeback. Go up against the 9k gold lead on the side of MEOW.
Yeah, and with the
Kog'Maw.
Kog'Maw.
Right now, Elder spawning 3 minutes, Baron in 2 minutes. We have to see how both teams set up. Probably will be setting up towards the top side, considering the Baron spawn will be coming up a bit sooner. And you're saying something about the Kog'Maw?
Yeah, and with the Kog'Maw having Terminus and now Randuin's Omen, it's gonna be very hard for Yone to chop through him in this world or in the spirit world, wherever Yone may be. It is gonna be rough against Cog right now. And he has to get through Skarner, and he has to get through Rel to even get there. We'll see the Baron setup now coming through. Vision getting established by Destiny Seal. They have a lot of pinks down in that red side of crowdfund control.
Yeah, I mean, Luke Killers does have a lot of magic damage. I think Luke Killers does have that opportunity to one-shot him.
Oh, no.
But it's pretty rough. You have to go through so many people.
Yeah, Prone was sitting on a ward. It was just not his game today. His team now in a 4v5 as Drag of 1. Gonna be charmed up by the Fox. And the bug is gonna squash him. Now Dota to his beater has to flash back to safety of his tower. But Nightstone doesn't want to make it safe. It's a great Fate sealed, but just not enough damage from SamNusuke or from Luke Killers. Nightstone just playing with his food on the backside before leaping in to take another head. Allura now looking for the damage onto Yone. It's all too easy. It's a 5-0. And that should do us in for game 1.
Yeah, he just does not miss. Allura, charm after charm, does just annihilate the side of crowdfund control, and that will be a clean sweep. Prone has respawn. It's just not going to be enough. It's
Yeah,
I respect the effort. Let's go for that play in the end. But game one of me.
yeah, Meow Meow definitely making their mark here with a very dominating game one, especially on the back of Allura and Nightstorm, making a lot of those plays, and then Lyrax saying, I got you guys in the late game. Very nicely done all around.
Yeah, with that being said, we will be heading over to a short break, and we'll also be hearing some feedback about the stream being laggy, and we'll make some adjustments.